Hey guys, so this footage is actually back from February earlier this year when I first went in and trimmed Hendrix's Wen. I just wanted to show you guys this footage because I do refer back to it in today's video, so I thought it would be helpful to upload it and see how far we've come. So basically what you'll need for Wen trimming surgery is some clean scissors or tweezers. You can do this by buying them brand new or rubbing them down with some alcohol wipes. That's what I did. You'll also need a bucket or something to hold the fish in while you anesthetize them, an air stone to make sure the water is all mixed up, and some clove oil. You will also need a clean, steady working surface. I use a wet chucks here to make sure that Hendrix doesn't slip and slide too much while I'm doing surgery. So I'm about to prepare some more clove oil. I do this by grabbing some water, adding a drop, shaking it up, and then adding it to the bucket. I do this one drop at a time because if you add too many, you obviously can't take it back, and it's better to go slowly with these sorts of things as to not put the fish too far under. So basically, as we watch Hendrix pass out here, what I'm looking for is for him to continue to breathe. We obviously don't want him to stop breathing, that would be really bad. But you want to watch his gills really closely and make sure that he's still breathing and slowing down. He'll also turn onto his side and probably on his back, and that's when you know he might be ready. Try taking them out of the water, and if they move around too much, pop them back in for a few more minutes. At this point I decided Hendrix was ready, so I tried to trim some around his eyes. When trimming the wen, it doesn't actually hurt the fish, but you still want to be really careful, especially in areas around the eyes, because you obviously don't want to nick the fish and create an infection or cause him to go blind. So go very carefully here and trim slowly around the eye. It's also important not to leave the fish out of water for too long. So once I feel like he's moving a bit or he's been out of the water for too long, maybe 30 seconds or more, I pop him back into the bucket, and that makes sure that he stays anesthetized and wet as well, so it keeps him breathing, it keeps his gills wet. And so basically here I'm watching him, making sure he's still breathing, and when I'm confident that he'll sit still for me again, I go again. And basically you repeat this process until you feel like you've got the amount of wen off. Overall, my goal was to not do surgery on Hendrix for more than 10 minutes total. So you'll watch me here do some more trimming and then placing him back in the bucket. But I'm keeping a really close eye on the time, and then when it got close to that 10-minute mark, I decided that he had been in the solution long enough and he'd been put through too much stress, and that's when I put him in the recovery tank. And here is the footage of Hendrix in the recovery tank. You didn't see the very beginning of it, but basically what you need to do is gently hold your fish and push them around as if you were playing with a toy bus. That helps the water flow into their mouths, through their gills, and that brings them back. Hendrix was in here for a couple of hours until I decided that he looked fit enough to go back into his main tank.